We're live. Here we go. Switching over to the other screen and Lunar Bridge. Thank you. Where is that screen?
God hates me.
We know.
It happens.
Mostly just to Bill.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty much. It's
I wasn't going to point that out, but you know.
okay. I'm used to it at this point. God did to me, man.
It was a great movie.
Yes, it was one of my favorite fucking movies. He's a good lawyer despite his racial handicap.
So how's everyone feeling today? Oh yeah, I'm live, by the way. Me randomly throwing my hands up and talking was, yeah.
Well, hey there, live.
Hi.
I'm Dad.
Oh, fucking, we're doing that now.
Stop that.
Stop
that now.
Feel free to gouge your ears out now.
Well, if listening to Bill hasn't caused us to do that yet, then
yeah, that's true.
I don't know what to say.
There's still hope.
It has to still be up and running. Put that back there. Alright, so that's working. I'm trying to move as much off of my PC and up to my screen up here as I possibly can, and still be able to comprehend what the fuck is going on.
Got it.
It might come down to everything is going up here.
Everything's awesome.
Everything is cool when you're part of a team. Yeah, PC is hating me. Damn it! I knew this was gonna happen. I had a feeling.
Tonight's gonna be a good night.
Okay. I think I'm finally set up on my end too.
Very nice.
I don't have any music going. What the hell? What am I doing with my life?
All the things.
There we are.
Welcome.
All right.
None of these background processes are taking up.
Oh, that is okay. Put that there. Where's XJ? XJ is there.
Runtime broken things. Why are they here? Computer nerds, help.
Usually means something's failing. You start getting those when you have issues. Especially if they're taking up like a whole ton of RAM or CPU space.
See what happens if I kill my camera. Bear with me, guys.
Sure.
My goodness. All right. Yes, So
Amazing how much better it is, right?
right, Discord went from taking 40 to 50% of my CPU, bouncing back and forth down to steady 30%.
Yeah. When everything starts to slow down on mine, I have to turn off video just to make sure that things keep going.
And I'm getting steady green on my CPU for the stream. And we stopped dropping frames like every time. Nice.
There you go.
Imagine that.
I like how this thing's telling me, oh, OBS is only taking up 11 to 12% of your PCU or CPU. And I pop open the task manager and it's like 38. You lied.
Liar.
Alright, is me not having a camera gonna fuck up anybody?
Nope.
Not immediately.
Good to hear. Good to hear.
I mean, does you having a camera fuck up people? Probably.
Well, my computer just got a lot prettier for some reason, so, I'll take it.
I do what I can.
I was just distracted that XJ was doing pro gamer things and giving us the forehead camera. Who are you, Nick Merckx?
So how we doing, guys? We feeling ready?
As ready as I'm gonna be, I can tell you that much.
I'm just waiting for the shit show to ensue.
Good, good.
Let the ship begin to show.
I'm not gonna ask if you're ready because you're not.
Why do you have to say such ominous things?
Yep.
He's the
Part
DM.
of my
That's his job.
job.
Yeah, if he's not being ominous, I'm gonna be really worried because that means that he knows that something bad's about to happen.
I do have a term for my keychain that says, if the DM's smiling, it's already too late.
Yeah, yeah.
I like it.
Okay. Well then, without further ado, NJ's ready. We're good to go. Welcome to Baldur's Gate, a veritable nest of rats and vipers clinging to the rocky slopes overlooking the Chianthar River. From their high perches in the upper city, the local nobles, known as patriarchs, gaze down with veiled contempt upon the common rabble in the grimy lower city, which hugs the foggy harbor. The whole of Baldur's Gate reeks of blood, crime, and opportunity. One can easily fathom why pirates and traders are drawn to this place like flies to a carcass. Following the river farther east would eventually lead you to Elturel, capital of the Holy Land of Elturgard. Or at least that was the case until a few days ago. The flood of refugees from Elturel has gotten worse since news first arrived that the city has fallen. Everyone is saying Baldur's Gate is next. But no one truly knows who or what has claimed Elturel. The Patriarchs pay a mercenary army called the Flaming Fist to protect their interests in Baldur's Gate, and by extension, the city itself. The Flaming Fist has gained even more power since their charismatic leader, older Ravengard, claimed the title of Grand Duke a few years ago. Apparently, Ravengard is missing. In his absence, the Flaming Fist has sealed the city's gates to staunch out the flow of refugees. No one is allowed into the city or out. All of this was brought to your attention shortly after you were drafted by the Flaming Fist to help defend the city. Your orders are to speak to Captain Zodge at the Basilisk Gate, which pierces the city's eastern wall, and takes its name from the various statues that rest in its niches and perch atop its battlements. Unseen beyond the sealed Basilisk Gate, a dirt road stretches through the outer city slums to the bridge known as Worm's Crossing, then to distant realms beyond. Dozens of Flaming Fist soldiers are trying to control an angry mob of commoners eager to leave the city. Armed with only a vague description of Captain Zodge, a tall man with long black hair and a leather eye patch. It takes you a while to find him. A fight breaks out between soldiers and commoners, and you finally spot the one-eyed captain as he wades into the fray and begins throwing punches. Just another day in the City of Blood. The fight's breaking out, gentlemen. What are we doing?
I'm sipping a beer. What's going on?
So if I'm understanding correctly, we're in the middle of a crowd. A fight has started.
Yeah.
And the person who we're supposed to be contacting just waded in.
Yep, he's heading right into the middle of it.
All right, let's go. Right into the middle.
Okay.
We have to impress this guy, or we're not going to get good jobs. We're going to get crap jobs.
All right.
So,
One of your party is just the tiefling is heading right in there. Are the rest of you following him in, or?
yeah, I'm sprinting in right after him.
Well, you kind of have to. He's the leader, isn't he?
Well, I'm the one in the lead. That doesn't make me the leader.
Often enough, there isn't a whole lot of difference.
So let me make sure I'm understanding the fit. The fight has broken out in the mob that we're in. The guy that we're supposed to meet up is walking into the middle of that.
Yes.
So yeah, there is a crowd of commoners, basically people of Baldur's Gate, who were trying to get out of the city and being prevented by a squad of the Flaming Fist soldiers.
Right.
And just as you are arriving, you spot the guy you're supposed to meet, and the riot breaks out. Now, those Flaming Fist soldiers, including the captain that you're supposed to meet, are laying the beat down on some commoners.
Yep.
How many people can I hit with the sleep spell at once?
So the sleep spell works interesting.
Nice.
You can roll, it's a certain number of, I believe, d8s, and that will give you the number of hit points that you can affect, starting with the person with the most hit points.
Least.
Oh, it starts with the least, okay.
Yeah, starts with the least.
Okay.
Pull that book out.
And the captain is part of this guard that we're supposed to meet.
Yes.
Yeah, but he'll have more hit points than any of the people he's beating back.
I'd be the only person left awake.
Can I put the commoners to sleep and tell them to chill the fuck out?
I think so. I'm just going to check real quick to see if that is a targeted spell or not.
Point you pick within 90 feet, and creatures within 20 feet are affected, ascending in order of current hit points, ignoring unconscious creatures. So, 20-foot radius within 90 feet. You could drop it right on the captain himself, and just watch everybody
just
fall
knock
asleep
everybody
around.
out.
Well, I don't want
So
to
let's-
knock the captain out because we're supposed to be meeting up with him, right?
Well, we don't know if you can. There's a bunch of commoners there, and it may take more than that. So let's go ahead and have you roll your dice
Okay.
and find out how many hit points we're looking at.
Which
So,
one
5d8.
5d8.
roll them suckers. Combined?
Yes, sir.
Okay, 28.
28.
Hey, Cinco, are you using the roll?
I am.
So, as this fight is just starting to get going, Zodge reels in, throws a punch, and all of a sudden, 7 of the commoners that were standing around him looking to get going with this just drop, unconscious to the floor.
And I want to loot them because I'm a thief. So can I use like a perception to see which one might have the most money and then steal them?
You can take a look at them and see what kind of rabble you're looking at. So go ahead and roll me a perception check.
So perception.
Does this +4
Nothing right now. So, XJ, natural 20 for a 24. Nice roll. So, XJ, you notice two things immediately. The first is that you have competition if you're going to be starting to rob folks, because several of the Flaming Fist soldiers are doing exactly that. They're looting down and grabbing out wallets, and they're going to town because the crowd is now starting to disperse. Everybody else who was standing there saw the one punch knock down 7 dudes, and they were done with this.
Yeah, I was about to cast Thaumaturgy to back that up.
Absolutely. The
With a
second
big
thing,
booming voice.
I wanted to boast out somebody. Dang it!
the second thing you notice is that you're not sure who would be the most worthwhile target of your affections, because these are the lowest born of common rabble. There is maybe a few copper between them if you're judging just based on looks and clothing.
Then I'm going to head towards the commoner who has one of the flaming fists, and I'm going to attack with my sickle, get within range, and attack within sickle of the flaming fist soldier.
Okay. So hang on 1 second. Pat, you were going to try to do something with thaumaturgy. What are you saying?
Yeah. I'm going to cast Thaumaturgy, and with my now megaphone voice, did you see the one punch knock down 7? And despite the fact I know that that's not actually what happened, do my best to just convince everybody they need to stop and run away.
Okay. That's a deception check from you.
And I rolled it.
Oh.
And there it is. Look at that.
Holy shit.
Oh.
Yeah. The
Oh, I could type that in the chat.
yeah,
Yes.
the several commoners that had been looking like they might still have some guts left in them are out. They are done with this. Not only did they watch somebody knock down 7 of their guys with just a single punch, but now somebody's using magic. There's a voice like the heavens splitting apart, yelling at them, extolling the virtues of Captain Zodge and his 7 with 1 blow punch. So they are running. So XJ, you don't see any of the commoners still trying to engage the Flaming Fist. There are several now just fleeing. They are running away.
All right, I'll let them pass. They're poor anyways.
Yep, they are broke.
Hey, never underestimate the value of just tripping somebody. You might not get money, but you'll get a chuckle.
So, Captain Zodge, you see now standing in the midst of several people fallen. A couple of his soldiers are picking them over, checking under cloaks and looking for coin purses. And he's just kind of idly gives his fist a little look. Well, that was smartly done. You folks,
Yes.
you're the ones I've been expecting, I imagine.
Yes.
Yes, we are.
Yep.
And I will step back and let everybody else step forward.
Yeah.
That's good. We've got a job of work for you to do.
That's the rumor. Tell me about this job.
What do we got?
The refugee crisis has stoked fears that Baldur's Gate might suffer the same fate as El Turl, of which nothing remains but a hole in the ground, apparently. Our Grand Duke, Older Ravengard, was visiting El Turel on a diplomatic mission when the city was destroyed. Coincidence? I think not. The Knights of Eltergard call themselves Hell Riders. Few of them escaped the destruction and think they were somehow to blame for El Turel's downfall. Bunch of self-righteous rabble-rousers. We're arresting them on sight, but that's left us short-handed to deal with another problem. For that, I need your help. Baldur's Gate has long been plagued by followers of the Dead Three, the gods Bane, Baal, and Miracle. I thought we had wiped them out, but apparently not. These purveyors of fear and death are taking advantage of the current crisis to commit murder sprees throughout the city. As my appointed deputies in this matter, you will have license to kill those wretches on sight. Find their lair and wipe it out. Eliminate anyone who gets caught in your way, and don't worry about collateral damage. With that, he begins handing each of you a small brass sigil with the emblem of the Flaming Fist upon it. If you do what I say, I'll see that each of you receive 200 gold pieces in addition to my gratitude, which is worth considerably more. A few blocks from the Basilisk Gate is Song Tavern. A spy named Tarina hangs out there, gathering rumors for the guild. She owes me a favor, so tell her you work for me. Ask her what she knows about the Dead Three, and for the love of Baldur, be nice. Tarina has dangerous friends.
She cute.
Not in particular.
Hasn't stopped me before. So do I need to add this, was it bronze you said, sigil that he gave us?
It is a copper badge.
Copper badge? Do I need to
And
add that to my inventory?
You can. So you would add that in under notes. Let's see, I've got this.
There other?
Yeah. Other equipment or other possessions. So you should
that'll
see it
be
roll 20. That sigil.
Nope.
nice.
Oh, there it is.
So you can do with that as you will. However, that is what it looks like.
Thank you.
Nice.
So,
Name it whatever I want, and that's not going to hurt anything, right?
yeah, it's not going to hurt anything.
Cool. Copper badge of bullshit it is.
All right.
My notebook right here. Let me grab that real quick.
So you be off, and you be sure to let me know when you've dealt with the Dead Three and their useless rabble cultists. And with that, he turns and begins directing his men to start carting off the limp and beaten bodies of the several commoners.
Some of whom are just now waking up.
All right. Bye. Have a nice day.
So where do you guys want to go first? Do you want to check out the tavern to find this dangerous woman, or
Yes.
do you guys have other plans?
I want to go check out the dangerous woman.
I have no way of trying to hunt down cultists of Bane and Merkel, or Ball for that matter. So
So we need to go talk with this lady and find out what she knows, right?
yes.
And I guess we could have a pint while we're there. I mean,
Might as well.
if we're there. I mean, come on.
Don't gotta pull my leg.
All right. So your plan is then to head for the Song Tavern.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Alrighty.
Hey, yo, what say ye?
Are there any other taverns on the way?
None that you are aware of.
It's Baldur's Gate. There's probably taverns all over the place, but
It's more like the place is filthy with taverns. This one is relatively close to you.
Yeah. Let's go find the lady.
Alrighty. I will drop you guys. You should now see the Song Tavern in your Roll20 screens.
Is there no light in this place?
There's no lights inside it yet. You'd have to drag yourselves in there. Let me see if I can.
Oh. Do we have tokens?
Yes, you do. So let me pull those in. Just a second here. So these are just things that I found on the interwebs.
I do like the interwebs. Much better than the outer webs.
And for XJ. Okay.
I like Dingo's face. What?
Takes just a moment to do these. Unfortunately, I don't know how you are able to get them to save. Otherwise, I would do that. So, each of you should be able to pick up and move one of these little character guys there.
Anyone else seeing character guys?
Nope. Black screen.
Okay, just making sure.
So once everything's made, make sure to drag everyone onto the tab
Yes.
or the whole player's banner. I never did get very good at using Roll20.
It is interesting. A lot of power. Takes some getting used to.
I mean, hell, you guys have one up on me. So there's that.
No, I tried when COVID started. I tried just popping D&D into Roll20, and the learning curve is I can't tell if it's super steep, so that it's going to just take one heavy lift and you're going to be there, or if it's going to take forever to figure it out. So.
Gotcha. Hey, I can see peoples.
You see him? All right. So I don't know how to turn dynamic lighting
there we go.
off.
Oh.
There. You should be able to see the outside of
Don't.
the inn. Yeah, there you go.
I don't see anything.
Move your click on your dude and move him forward.
There's nothing to click on.
Yeah, there's no dude to click on.
Okay, well, I will work on that in the background, but you do find yourself outside of a large tavern. It is a rough and ready style place.
There we are. Holy
Kaboom boom. Very nice.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to have some practice with dynamic lighting because that is an even bigger pain in the butt. All right, so you find yourself outside looking at an enormous half-ogre woman who is guarding the door of this little tavern here. She doesn't seem to be paying you much mind other than just giving you a once-over to make sure you don't have more than your usual assortment of weapons. And don't appear to have them drawn.
Hail, ogre. We're looking for Tarina. We're looking for Tarina. Point us that way.
Trina upstairs.
Thank you. And by the way, change your clothes. You're disgusting.
Oh no. I'll smile at her. He's really just an asshole. It's okay. Please.
Oh,
Please.
Your probability of succeeding is 0.01111111. Not gonna happen.
Tell me the odds.
Quill hangs his head in disappointment.
well, it looks like this half ogre is not getting paid to roll you up into a ball and shove you somewhere where the sun doesn't shine. So she's content to let you pass for the moment.
That's the bouncer. The bouncer will bounce you.
I've stuffed my comments into my back pocket and I slumped in by the stairs.
I walk
So-
in casually and raise my hand for a high five from the ogre as I pass.
The ogre looks at you in stupefaction, unsure of what your intentions are, but as it appears that you're not actively a threat, she just stares.
I'm so happy he didn't make you roll a roll for that.
You could roll for anything. I would take the challenge. Ogres are my sworn enemies. You saw what they did to my village, Quill. I have no patience for ogres.
Settle down, young one. Settle down.
To each their own. So where's this bar?
So, as you enter the Elf Song Tavern, you notice that it is strangely still in this moment. The sound of a haunting melody, sung in Elvish, just lilts on the air. There's no particular source of it. You can't see a singer anywhere, no source of this voice. And all of the patrons are just calmly listening for a few moments as the song wends its way through the air until eventually it draws to a close. And nonchalantly they return and go about their business, talking and chatting with one another. You do see a bar. It is at the far end of the room from where you're at, and an elven man is standing there, tending to it.
Oh, that's a dude.
Yes.
Okay.
Who's the roguish type?
The loudmouth.
But I
That
will be a
X-ray?
rogue.
The loudmouth at the.
I'll sidle up next to you. Were you wanting to sneak around here? Do any sorts of things?
Absolutely. I'm standing over by the stairs so I can scope the place out. I'm trying to figure out who our best mark is going to be.
All right, I will whisper in your ear, Fairness got your back. And you'll now have advantage on dex checks for the next hour.
Nice.
So, looking around, you can see that along one side, near where XJ is standing, there is a set of stairs that goes up to what is evidently an upper level. Down here, you see a couple of men just making their way around the different tables, serving drinks, and a handful of people chatting. Most of them look fairly common. Aside from the bartender, you don't see anybody on this lower level that looks particularly likely.
Okay, I'm gonna walk up to the bar and have a chat with the bartender. What was the name of the lady we're looking for again?
Tarina.
As I just found my notebook. Go. Barkeep, got a question for you, bud.
Alrighty.
Looking for a lady by the name of Tarina. You seen her anywhere?
Tarina, huh? Yeah, Tarina's upstairs. She's been playing cards with some of the others. Dice, maybe.
Cards, huh?
Ooh.
Alright. What kind of drink does she like?
Drinks. I think she'll drink just about anything you put in front of her.
Sounds good. 2 pints. Please, sir.
pours out the pints and says, 2 copper each.
I flick 2 copper at him like they're easy little flicks. I can't.
That-
God damn it, my brain is not working right now.
That's 2 copper each, my friend.
Yes. All right, I just slide 2 more across the bar because my counting is not good.
He gathers those up, gives you a polite nod, and turns to go back to wiping down the bar.
I heard something about cards upstairs.
Yes, so if you head upstairs, you do see several people all assorted around 2 long tables. Let's see.
Should have copper in my equipment, right?
So lit lanterns hang from the rafters in this windowless room. Rugs cover the wooden floor and help dampen the noise from drunken patrons gathered around 2 large tables, eating, and they are playing a dice game, you can see.
We're upstairs now, right?
One of you has made your way upstairs. The rest of you are following him.
Yes, I'm making my way upstairs right now.
Okay, so you follow Foreman, and you do see the 2 long tables and several patrons. They're all just casually chatting, rolling dice. You can see money is changing hands rather quickly.
I'm assuming that's the map on the right side here.
Yes.
Do we see the mark? Or
So you
anything fitting her description?
You do see.
Did we get a description?
You didn't get much of a description, just a woman with dangerous friends. You do see several women, but of the ones that you can see, only one has a particularly dangerous air about her. You see her holding forth at the seat nearest you, as she appears to have the largest stack of copper pieces in front of her from her business gambling.
Let's see. I'm gonna look at the one that we're assuming is Tarina. I'm guessing she's the one with the most money, playing the dice. I'm gonna say, Tarina, how's it going? Got you a pint. Let's have a talk.
She takes the drink and sets it next to her and then proceeds to ignore it. Do I know you?
You don't know me quite yet, but you will. These are my friends here. Got somewhere quiet we can talk?
I believe I do. Follow me. And with a casual nod, she makes her way into one of the other rooms there, the one named E8, where you can see a long table surrounded by chairs and the mounted head of an umber hulk hanging on the east wall.
Oh my.
What's the number? Hulk.
That is the bottom right of the right-hand side.
Okay, gotcha.
An umber hulk is a large insect-like creature that haunts caves and other such things.
Alright.
And she goes ahead and seats herself underneath that umber hulk head. So, you came looking for me.
The Zodge did send us.
Ah, Zodge, the Flaming Fist. Yes. I am assuming he wants information. What about?
The Dead Three.
The dead.
And,
Yeah, the dead. Three.
and their cultists.
I may know a few things. On the other hand, I'm wondering what's in it for me to share these things with you.
Anyone?
Is there something that you need from us?
Are you
There may
not?
be a favor you could do me in return for the exchange of this information.
Well, isn't giving us information a favor you're doing for Zaj?
No. I've done work for him in the past, but I get paid for what I do.
Oh,
One
a
back.
professional. Very nice. That changes everything.
So if you get paid for what you do, in return for this information, will we gain coin from our little transaction?
In exchange for doing me a favor, you'll gain information. Whether or not you get paid for your endeavors is something you need to discuss with Zaj.
Seems pretty rational to me.
I mean, that makes sense. I can see that working out.
I
Guess it
walk
all
up
depends on
slowly
this
to the
information
bard.
and what it is.
I walk up to the bard and say, "Bard, obviously,
What's up, dude?
if we're only getting information out of this, what if she sends us, 17 miles out of our way to do a frivolous task, all the time lost? What are for one piece of information, can't we just go seek out more information of the dead three? Obviously, there's somebody else in this city who might have access to that information that might be easier to come about in more nefarious ways, if I do say so myself."
See what she's got to
Here's
say and go from there, huh? I mean, if all she wants us to do is run downstairs and punch the bartender in the face for this information, I'll do that shit right now for free.
I'm also not entirely certain that running around the city making our intent of finding them known wouldn't be noticed.
Yeah.
Might that
Keeping
make
it on
our
the
quest
DL.
easier?
Or we
Ruffle a few
become
feathers?
or we become the targets of
Well,
whoever we're searching
oh.
out.
Bane, Ball, and Miracle are known to be murderers. The gods themselves, much less their followers.
Let's see what she wants us to do.
I second
Then
this.
maybe we'll figure it out from there. If she wants us to do some bullshit,
Oh, it'll depend on how shitty the bullshit is. Let's find out.
exactly. How deep does the bullshit go?
All right.
What do you want, Tarina? What's this task?
Well, it's come to my attention that certain
So weird looking at Donnie and seeing Tarina.
certain former associates of mine have been looking for me in town. I suspect they don't wish me any good. In fact, I rather believe they wish me ill will. They'll come looking for me here, possibly this afternoon. I would appreciate it if you dealt with them.
How
In
many are we
exchange,
talking?
a handful, no more. A few members of a ship's crew.
Okay.
Do you have any more information than that on said crew?
I know that they're likely to be led by a Deadeye, is his name. He's a captain of some repute in the local area, a brigand and a murderer and a thief.
Why do they call him Deadeye? Does he have a weird, like, lazy eye?
Or is he like a really good shot?
Blind in one eye, I believe.
Oh, we can get at him from one side. Okay.
I think other people have made the mistake of underestimating him, but, do as you will. As long as these brigands are dealt with, you'll have whatever information I can share with you.
What do you think, guys? Rough up a few sailors, get some info?
I don't even think we may
I
have to
like
rough
it.
them up. We may just have
It
to
sounds
stop
like
them.
they're going to come here. All with. Is there going to be a problem with a bar fight in this establishment?
It's
I mean, are
Baldur's
we
Gate.
going to be liable for damages?
That's a valid question. If I fuck your place up, are we gonna have to cover that?
Yeah.
As long as you don't harm any of the other members of the staff, Alan will take no umbrage with you.
Okay.
There's a
Time out. Who's Alan?
Alan. You would presume.
Oh,
Barkeep?
you don't have to time out. You can just interrupt her. Who's Alan?
Oh no, I'm timing out Serena in the middle of her story. Who the hell's Alan?
Okay,
Ah.
there it is.
Alan is the proprietor of the Elf Song Tavern. You probably saw him downstairs tending the bar.
Nice guy. Can't pour a pint to save his life, but nice guy.
Yes.
All right, well, I'm in. At least we don't have to go out of this hellhole. What say you of taking maybe hiding in one of the back rooms and sneaking in for an advantage backstab?
Who are you asking?
I'm going to ask Quill. Quill, how do you want to set this raid up?
Well, like, you know, assessing what's going on. I don't want to just run up behind somebody. That seems kind of crass and reckless. Maybe it's something that I've learned throughout my years, and you may need to slow down, as you just almost got manhandled by that orc outside for the same crass attitude.
Didn't stand a chance.
If I recall correctly, that orc let me pass, and all of your snide remarks I have kept close to my heart. And I will throughout the duration of this mission. I could have taken that down in a heartbeat. Don't question
No, the
my blade.
probability what's it against you? 0.01111% success.
You know what, robot? Let's roll a dice here. Let's see who might have won. If you roll a higher die than me, then you can stop with your nonsense statistics.
Is that
Or
what
you
we're
can
doing?
just go prove your theory.
Hey,
I
Trina,
sip my beer and realize, holy
Yes.
shit, this is
Yep.
quite the crowd.
got any
Yep.
leech goals on this? Keeping them off your back?
Keeps me alive. I think that's a pretty fair long-term goal.
Oh no, like is there anything in addition that you might like to have done for more than the information?
What are you looking to get out of it?
Oh, I'm just wondering if there's anything else that we should keep our eyes open for. Apparently not. Very good. I would like to go downstairs, get an ale, scope out where to sit. Because presumably they're coming here. At least that's what she said.
Indeed, I'll follow downstairs.
I'll follow Dring or Foment to the bar and take occupation in the room down here upon getting my beer.
Alrighty.
Let's sit, yeah, at the end of the bar.
And I post
Where I
outside
can watch
the
the door.
I post myself leaning, sloughing against the sloughing my shoulder against the wall to the door that Quill is sitting in. Assuming that Quill is looking out the front window for our mark, I'll protect the door.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Bar with, wait. Hey, Patrick, what's your character name again?
Foment.
That's what I thought. Yeah, Foment. Yeah. What's up, buddy? I kind of want to scope out these guys when they walk in and just kind of get a feel for them.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like we've got some folks ready to pounce if shit goes sideways.
Okay. I will definitely order an ale and a 10W30.
Cheers.
Because you know
Start
the
hard
robot
stuff.
has to have something.
Holy shit, I'm going to pour a whiskey on that note then.
What, 10W30?
I mean, if we're getting that fuckered up, let's do this. 2 seconds.
All right. So you all have a couple of drinks. It does take a little while. You're waiting for about half an hour before the voice again fills the room and all the other patrons quiet down. This time, however, Alan in particular and a couple of the other patrons all look up kind of surprised at the song, which again is in Elvish, and this time you can tell that it is a different song from before. Which of you speaks Elvish?
I speak
I do. And
I don't know.
I think Cinco does.
Not I, said the Pat.
Okay. So, as you are sitting there listening, the song goes, "O sing a song of Elturel, of water, woods, and hill. The sun dawns on her ruddy cliffs, and fields green and still. This land of long abiding joy, home of the strong and brave, renowned by all across the realms, and never once a slave. O sing a song of Elturel, when foes are at her door, her fields torn by cloven feet from some infernal shore. Arise, the mighty Hell Riders, take up your swift, keen swords, then charge into the hellish fray and scatter devil hordes. O sing a song of Elturel, and when the night does fall, sleep safe beneath companion's light until the dawn does call. We're bound by mortal covenant that only ends with death, and so we'll sing of Elturel until our final breath." And with that, the song fades away. Um, any of you can make a intelligence history check if you understood the lyrics.
I have pretty good intelligence, I believe.
I don't.
Oh, I'm way up there in intel. 15 plus 2.
But you can't speak the language.
I'm elfish.
Oh, so you can't.
Yeah.
speak.
Yeah, he was pouring a
can't
drink.
Okay. Oh yeah, you go ahead, Bard. Yeah, I can't see my intel. Oh, I'm only 11 on intelligence.
I'm 8.
Wow.
I had other priorities.
1 plus 2.
3. Amazing.
Son of a bitch. Is this how my dice are going to be tonight?
So,
An eye roll.
if you speak Elvish, yes.
Do I just click the INT right, and it'll roll?
So you would speak history is the one you're looking for.
Oh.
Oh, we're looking for history?
Yes, history.
Oh,
I'm a +0. Let me try to roll
shit.
one.
History is a 21, bud. Thought we were looking for intelligence.
5.
Okay. So with a 21, um, all of you recognize that the city of Elturel is the one that is supposed to have fallen over the last several days. It's where all of the refugees are coming from, and it's the reason why Baldur's Gate's gates have been shut. Um, if you got over the 21, you recognize that the companion referred to in the song is the name given to the artificial sun that burns over Elturel, protecting the city and its surrounding lands against undead. Specifically, you recall that the Hell Riders were so named long ago when they descended into the Nine Hells on horseback to fight devils. Most of them never returned.
Man, sucks to be them.
But Alan and a couple of the others look a little confused by the song. It was unexpected, it seems. But other than that, no ruckus as the song fades. It's back to the usual business of the bar. The commoners continue playing their dice game, and things proceed apace. Do you go ahead and just wait it out?
I'll ask the barkeep, Alan. So,
How generic is
why
that?
was that weird? You looked up like that was weird.
Oh, it's the spirit always sings the same song. It's a song about lovers lost at
Oh.
sea. Except this was different. This is the first time I've heard this song, and I've been here for decades.
Uh-oh.
That's new.
I was getting a beer when the song was being sung. What did I miss? I'm sorry.
It's a different song, and the spirit that sings here is always sings the same song.
We got anyone who could talk to spirits?
Not I.
I don't think I can.
Not yet.
Negative.
Double check this message spell.
I think that's too.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Message,
Yeah.
you got to know who your target is, etc.
Like across the room or something like that, right?
Forget what the target of message is, but it's not going to. It's not speak with dead.
Gotcha. Oh yeah, I have to point my finger at the target. Okay. Since
Yeah.
it's a spirit, I cannot see said target.
Yeah, it doesn't appear to be a source or a location where the spirit is.
Do we know if the spirit, or could we figure out if the spirit speaks common or undercommon?
Could try just speaking to the thin air. It doesn't seem like the spirit only sang in Elvish. It's sung the same song always before in Elvish, and it sang one new song one time, this one time in Elvish.
What triggered the
Okay.
song? Nothing.
It just,
Nothing.
yeah, it just randomly started.
Us. And the people who are frequenters of this place were surprised by it.
Hmm.
But
Can
instead
I
of
ask
like,
Alan if he knows what triggers the songs? Or if
Nobody knows. They just,
they're just random?
every once in a while, they start singing.
It's a fucking weird jukebox.
So it's like a broken jukebox in
I'm
Elvish.
going to do my
Wait
hill.
for Tarina, right?
Yeah, just gonna try to look like I belong.
Yep.
All right. After about another hour, you see several individuals begin to approach the bar.
Okay.
Did I see them walking through the window or by the windows when they approached, or seeing as I was at the front of this establishment?
I'm sorry, what did you see? Yes, you are seeing them approach the establishment just right now.
Got it.
Trying to get to the right.
No worries. I just wanted to make sure if they came from the other direction or anything, I wasn't just miraculously like knowing. So if I see that,
People, do one of them have an eye patch by any chance, or happen to be missing an eye?
that's where I was going.
You do see one appears to be missing his eye.
Upon seeing them, I'll move out to the main area and take a seat at this table and give a nod to the rest of the crew.
Watching multiple icons appear, and I'm getting nervous.
Hmm.
How long has it been since we arrived?
It's been about 2-3 hours.
Alas.
I turn to Quill and say, "Well, some bouncer that was. Look at all these jokers pouring in."
Let's just hope they're not one of the friends of the bouncer.
Oh, that'd be a terrible, terrible thing. After someone decided to talk shit to the bouncer on our way in.
See plenty of windows we can leave out of. Okay.
So you see a total of 8 motley humans saunter into the tavern. The leader is a brawny man with a cloudy right eye, a cruel sneer, and a pirate's swagger. The others are an unsavory, rowdy bunch who act as if they own the place. "We're looking for an old friend of ours," says the dead-eyed man. He sniffs the air. "Goes by the name Tarina, or so I'm told. Loves to cheat at Baldur's Bones." "Well, and have you seen our friend?"
I've seen a lot more of her than you, One Eye.
"Oh, aye.
Shit.
Fancy sharing that information with us."
Fancy sharing a pint for said information?
Aye, I'll even buy it for you.
Ah, good. You're gonna need to buy one for my friend here, Foment, as well. Sorry if I'm slurring my words a little bit. Been waiting for you, bud.
Oh, have you?
Come on, have a seat. Let's talk.
Aye, let's have a seat. Boys, wait here for a moment. So he saunters up next to you. The others just kind of make their way around into the common space.
And at this point, he only knows myself and Foment have any kind of relationship, right?
That's all you're aware of.
Cool. Let me know when you're ready.
I casually cheers XJ and take another sip of my drink.
I light up my pipe, blow out thick bellowing smoke, and say, "Cheers to you, Quill."
Okay. So, we're all ready to go here. He's sitting down next to you and he gestures at Alan to pour you a couple of ales and looks at you expectantly.
What's your business with Tarina?
She's just an old friend. We're hoping to have a chat with her.
About what?
About some past business between us. Really, it's rather personal.
Oh, you must be Deadeye.
Aye, there's those that call me that.
Good to hear, good to hear. Well, you can have that chat with me, bud.
Oh, indeed.
Yeah. I grab the pint that Alan so graciously just poured me. I tip him a copper. And I look old Deadeye in the one eye. I'm still cracking up about his fucking eye. I'm thinking you might want to leave her be and move about your business.
Aye, might I want that?
That'd be best for you, sir.
Pun
And your
intended.
friends.
Oh, as you can see, I've brought quite a lot of friends. And we're pretty good at looking out for ourselves.
Then I don't think I need to say anything more, and you ought to look out for yourselves and head on down the road and forget you ever knew Tarina.
I don't think that's how that'll play out.
Let's see.
Clearly, you want something. Is there a finder's fee?
Aye. I'll pay a drink to everyone, plus 10 gold. Just looking for her location.
Well, do you know the area around here well?
We've been around before, but never quite very much.
So you wouldn't happen to know anything about any of the local cults or anything like that?
Local cults, you say?
Local cults.
We don't hold much truck with religion amongst my crew.
I'll just rub the tip of the point of the horn.
Turn to Quill.
That's fine, but
He's got horns.
do you know about them? Whether you actually have truck with them? We're looking for something.
I don't know anything about any local cults. We're recently put in, you see.
Alas. Okay.
Seems to me,
Well-
sir, you got a couple of choices here. Either find us some information that we can use so we can give you possibly some information that you could use, or you take my first advice. What's it going to be?
I think we'll take the third option.
I grab Quill by the shoulder as he's drinking his pint, and I say, "Quill, this looks like it's going pretty sour. Should we start a festive fight as a distraction to give our mates an out?"
Uh,
Yeah, Bardic
I look down at my drink. Like, you know what, young one? We can talk our way out of this. Perhaps. And I stumble over to one of them.
I'm pretty sure that I am reading this guy as not being able to talk our way out of this anymore.
Yeah. No.
Oh yeah, no, I'm approaching non-aggressively.
Okay.
You see, you approach one of the random rough and scraggly looking dudes.
And I offer them a beer.
And I position myself behind Deadeye, tap him on the shoulder and say, "Aye, Deadeye, I'm looking for a crew to join. Have any opening?"
Aye, well, we're always looking for good men. Here's an idea. These two have information I want. We're going to beat them and stab them until they tell us the information that we want. You're more than welcome to join in, impress me, and you'll have a seat.
Seat, what's the daily pay?
It's 20 gold a month. Or shares, whatever's greater.
20 gold
Did-
a month or shares. And do we have a vessel that we sail on? I'm looking to get out of this place as soon as possible. This hellhole rots my clothing.
Boy, I'm sure you can tell I'm more than a little busy. Our ship's called the Uncivil Serpent. Either pitch in or get out of the way.
I glance a look over at Foment, and I stare, and I ready my dukes for a fist fight.
I slam back my drink.
Okay.
I think we all know where this is going.
Laugh in Deadeye's face. And I'm gonna cast vicious mockery.
Okay.
And I'm going to be reading spells as well. This is going bad.
This
Fast.
is
Okay.
so great.
So he's pretty much ready for you. So let's go ahead and we're going to get initiatives. So
If
Yeah,
you
just-
selected your token when you do initiative, it should auto pop.
there we go.
There I am.
Oh
dear.
Hmm.
The quiet giant
Initiative
is
right next to your armor class and above all your actions and such. On your D&D Beyond, right near the very top of your sheet.
Oh, okay. I'm looking at the roll 20 over here. Like, wait, what?
Yes.
Foment, do we have the ability to like do our talk, or do I have to be a rogue to talk that way with you?
What, thieves can't?
Yeah. I'm not a thief, or am I a thief yet? I know I'm a ranger, but do I have to be an actual rogue to do a thieves' cant?
I don't remember off the top of my head just now.
I think only
It counts as a language.
So I rolled an 11. How do we put that in here?
Did you
No.
get the chrome add-on? If you get the chrome add-on,
So-
then your rolls on the D&D Beyond will show up in the
No,
roll
I
20.
did not, because it takes up too many resources. All right, so
11, and
What
I'm
in this-
still missing 1, 2, 3, 4. So I need Quill.
I already ran it. I
Okay.
got
and
a
what did
20.
you get?
It's
you got
17 plus 3.
20. Okay.
there, I'll just put that in there.
Ah,
Okay. So we will proceed in. Quill, you are first in the turn order.
I look at the gentleman that I tried offering a beer. He turned me down. I pour my drink out on his boots and unarmed strike with said mug.
Okay. So roll to hit. So that it's a d20 plus your dex plus proficiency.
Uh,
should be on your D&D Beyond. Okay, so it'd be total of 10, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think
4 and 8 is 12, isn't it?
Well,
one
he
is
was asking
So
Dex, and then the other one was
one's to hit and one's your damage.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
your to hit would be the dexterity there, which I think there's a simpler way to do that on D&D Beyond, but we can go over that later.
yeah. I'm just
Um,
clicking the buttons on D&D Beyond, and it's populating in.
So you should have one that says like +4 or +5 right next to your unarmed strike.
It's I think
under
it's under
actions.
the hit
Oh,
slash
got it.
DC. So click the.
There you go. There it is.
Nice.
Alrighty.
And then you can, if that's a hit, you can click the roll damages and find out how much damage it does.
Yep.
It does it all right there.
Oh,
That is
okay.
a hit, and it does do some damage to this guy.
You guys are attacking the dead
Okay.
eye, correct?
I'm attacking the guy
He's
closest
not,
to me.
no.
All right. So what do? You punch him? Do you kick him?
he's attacking.
I hit him with my emptied cup.
You hit him. You crack him upside the head with the mug.
It's a bar fight.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Quill, is that it for your turn?
Yes.
All right. Foment.
I was going to say, you could use your minor and take a second attack if you want. Since you were monk.
Oh,
You know.
can?
Stepping
Yeah,
on
bonus
the
action.
How do I do
something
that?
like that. Just say I'm going to use my bonus action to do a second attack.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to use a second attack.
Alrighty.
Unarmed strike him again.
So click that plus whatever. 8, unfortunately. Your second blow comes in. You a fist aimed right at his head, but you catch his shoulder, and the armor there glances you to the side. No strike.
No.
All right. So now, Foment, it is your turn.
I'm sorry. I want to make sure that this works the way I think it does.
Can I cast my bonus action now, or do I have to wait for my turn?
Have to wait for your turn.
Okay, well, I'm pretty sure this guy is threatening to stab me until I talk.
Which doesn't make any sense. Because, I mean, it just doesn't make any sense.
So I'm going to step to there. Cast Inflict Wounds.
Me?
Nope, he's casting it.
Okay. I said, come on, I looked at you.
That looks like it's a crit.
Are you doing double rolls or
Double.
rolls?
Let's just do it out of the book. So double roll.
Okay. Is that going
Ooh.
to-
Ooh.
26 points of damage.
26 points. Jesus. Okay.
That's 6d10. That's pretty low.
Yep. Okay. So he takes it like a man, but he's not happy about it.
Okay. And crap, I don't think that there's anything else that I can really do.
Welcome to the stream, ladies and gentlemen.
Pull out my mace
Well, the crew and I
Okay.
are in the middle
Your
of a bar
mace is
fight.
now in your hand.
and smile.
Call that a free action.
I will. I will yell at other patrons to hit the deck.
They're already heading there, but good
Okay.
to know. Okay. So, next in the turn order is XJ.
I will step behind Deadeye and I believe I have. Says attacks per action, but I feel like I have I have two-handed equip, so I'm within 5 feet of Deadeye. I'm right behind him. Can I do a backstab?
So you get the ability to do extra damage with advantage once you start taking rogue, but you can stab him in the back.
Okay, I will. I unsheath my sickle from my side, and I do a stab in the back, and
All right.
slice upwards.
Go ahead and roll to hit.
Ooh.
19 will do it.
And then I roll the damage, right?
Yes.
Oh, serious?
So a vicious 2 points. He doesn't seem particularly bothered.
Fuck these dice.
Yeah, the digital ones, they'll do it. Okay. And so your weapons, what's your other weapon in your hand?
I have a dagger.
Your dagger? Okay, since you have a dagger in your, both of those are light weapons, you can attack with both of them in the same turn.
Excellent. That is what I want to do.
So you can use your bonus action to attack with the dagger.
I use my bonus action to attack with my dagger from my left hand.
All right, stab at him again.
Just the damage or the hit?
That you got to roll to hit on that one too.
I roll into hit on my dagger. Oh, dude.
13. Unfortunately, it catches in his armor and it turns the blow aside. So if that'll do it for your turn.
That'll do it for my turn.
Next up is Cinco.
Hey! I want to try this vicious mockery on this dude on Deadeye.
You
So
got
you
us into
mock
this
him?
mess.
Yep.
Do you say anything in particular?
Oh yes. Where to go? So just a little out of game backstory here. I found a bardic insult generator.
Nice.
So
those
great.
are always
Very
fun.
nice.
This is what it came up with. Hey Deadeye, I'd call you breeding stock, but even farm animals have standards.
Oh shit. Oh.
He's insulted.
actually pretty
I need to
good.
roll a. I need to roll a saving throw against that. Do I not?
If I remember correctly, I don't think there is one. I don't
Yes.
see anything that says you can roll.
Yes, there is.
It's either an attack roll or a saving throw. Everything.
Oh, okay. See, unleash a string of insults laced with subtle enchantments at a creature you see within range. Target can hear you. Must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or take 1d4 psychic damage.
Alrighty.
Have disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the end of its turn.
So a
Oh,
10
that
probably
might
fails.
save me.
What's your wisdom modifier, Cinco?
12, sir.
12. Okay, so that's plus.
You're talking about the little wisdom right next to it on DVD. Right?
Yes, yes.
That's the 12.
Okay. So that's a +1. Saving throws are 8 plus score plus proficiency, I believe. So yes, he fails. Go ahead and give me the damage.
Damage. Well, bam. 3.
3 points.
Real quick, Cinco in D&D Beyond, if you're on the spells tab, it gives you your attack modifier or your ability modifier, spell attack, and save DC all at the very top, right under the
Spell
tabs.
attack +4.
Right, and then the save DC is what you needed,
Right, which was a 12. Got that.
which is a 12. Yes,
Okay.
just so you know where to find that in
3
the future.
+ 4? Is that right?
No. That
No.
that would be like if you were using a spell that you like a ray of fire that you were trying to hit somebody with. That's what the +4.
Ray of insults.
No, you're just insulting him, and he's trying to not let it bother him. Unfortunately, he failed, and it bothered him. You psychically injured him for actual real damage.
I'm okay with that.
You
Yeah,
burned him
right?
so bad that it actually hurt. Okay.
We need to do any kind of other actual attacks on this one.
Because you cast a spell, you could only cast a cantrip if it was for one bonus action. Since there are none, no, that is pretty much the limit of what you can do in one turn.
Works for me.
Okay. So now it's Deadeye's turn. And he's got a quandary.
I'm probably gonna die.
Probably.
Oh, yay.
So
Oh.
you insulted him so bad it hurt, and Foeman touched him, and it hurt. So, I think he's going to split his attacks on both of you.
Glad you forget about me.
The first one's at disadvantage.
That's right.
Yes, it is.
Advantage.
Mm-hmm. So the question is, who's he going to attack first?
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
Well, the insult came up last, but, I think that Foment burned him the worst. So, he's going to do 2 attacks with his
I mean,
scimitar
to be fair,
Foment.
actually, you knew where I was going with this. I was over here. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to grab a beer, drink it, pour the rest out, and hit him. Of course I'm going to do it.
Okay, so I'm going to say the first one hit, but it's disadvantage, so you take the 6 damage.
Okay.
He's going to attack again. Does a 15 hit?
Who?
That's still Foment.
Oh, thank God.
He's still chilling with his arms on his head.
Can you hear us?
Foment?
Nope, we
Can
might
you
have
not
lost.
hear me?
Nope, we couldn't hear you for a second. Does a 15 hit you, Foment?
Yes, it does.
Then that is an additional 7 points.
Okay.
All right.
Foment hits the deck.
Ouch.
Okay. So we will recall that. All right. And his final attack is going to be a dagger against Senko.
Daggers.
It is a 19 to hit
Son of a bitch.
for 6 piercing damage.
Any kind of additional shit come along with the piercing?
Nope.
Fuck me. Said 6.
Yep, so you just took 6 piercing damage.
Cool. I'm still alive, but I'm not happy about it.
Can imagine. Okay, so that's it for him. Now it is the bandit's turn.
Yay!
So,
Nice knowing you, Dingo.
I mean, it was a bar fight. Might as well, right?
We're all at level 1, right?
yes, sir.
Oh, okay,
Yep.
just checking. Making sure
Which is why Joe, when I moved over to the bandit, looked down and he's like, oh no.
Okay, so this one is wicked offended at you and is not going to be happy enough to think clearly and move out of the way for his buddies. He's just going to slash at you. So,
Come
geez Louise,
on.
18 to hit.
Yes, it hits.
So that'll be 4 slashing damage to you, Quill.
Oh no.
And these 3 guys did see you stab their buddy in the back. So they are going to attack XJ.
Of course.
I have no idea. Hang on. Try that again.
We win! Hooray!
I don't
They
think it's that
missed.
easy.
Okay. So 13 to hit on the first one.
And what number am I referencing to see if they hit?
So that'd be your AC or armor class.
I have 16, so did not hit.
And the second one will be 20 to hit. Okay, so you take 4 slashing damage.
Damage. All right.
Okay. And that will be it for the bandits. R4. This is a problem.
Yes. Is it possible to get here? Chance? That's
Yeah, you should be able to get through the door at least.
I kind of want to make my look like I'm making my way out, so he doesn't take an opportunity attack. Like, nope, not part of this nonsense.
Yeah, he still hasn't really. They haven't really noticed you, at least as far as you can tell.
Right. And then when I'm there, I will turn around and I will cast Tasha's Caustic Brew on these 3 guys. They all need to make a dex save of 14.
Dex 14. All right.
How do you highlight them?
If you just click, hold,
You can hold, it'll ping.
Oh.
Yeah, and it pings whatever your color is.
Very good.
Got it.
Oh, shit. All right.
Science.
See what their bonus is. +1.
It's 3 guys.
Okay, so 1 makes it and 2 fail.
Okay. So. Right, so it says each creature in the line must succeed a dex saving throw or be covered in acid for 1 minute. Okay, so if they pass, nothing happens to them. But ones who failed are going to take 7 points of acid damage.
Okay. They are on.
Is that now or on their turn?
That's a good question.
Because as I remember, Caustic Brew is it affects them, and then it's kind of horrid because it stays.
That does. At the start of each of its turn, it'll take 7 damage.
Gotcha. Okay. So we will remember that when their turn comes back up. Is that it for your turn?
Yep.
Alrighty. Brings us to Quill. What you gonna do, Quill?
I am going to attack this gentleman with a unarmed attack. I'm trying to pull it up. 1 second, sorry.
Just a slight bit off topic, but the Matilda Belgian style pale from 2013 from Goose Island is phenomenal in 2021. Just throwing that out there.
Good to know. An 18 will hit Quill. Go ahead and roll your damage.
I
Just
accidentally.
Be fine.
Yeah, it wasn't doing anything. Sorry. I mean, it's the same thing.
Okay. And are you gonna take a second strike?
I will take a second strike, and that is there.
And 15 will also hit.
Come on, another 4. Or just all 4s.
Okay, so that guy goes down as you punch him in the face, and he just drops to the floor.
And I ready up for the next two.
Okay. On to Foment.
That's
Success.
one success.
All right, so death saving throw, you rolled over 10, so that is one success. 2 more to go. XJ, you, sir, are in a target-rich environment.
That is, to say the least, of my troubles. I will position myself away from the captain and line up behind one of these gentlemen.
Okay, just so that you are aware, by moving out of melee range with Deadeye and that one bandit, you would take what's called an attack of opportunity, which means they would get one free hit at you if you move that way.
There's
Okay, then I'm
3.
not gonna do that. Then I'm going to whip around with both my weapons, with my sickle and dagger, and attack this knavish rogue.
You're attacking Deadeye again?
Yes.
Oh, you're attacking the one behind you.
Yeah, I don't want anybody standing behind me. So,
Okay, go ahead and take your attacks.
all right, I'm gonna start off with my dagger this time. So I'm gonna roll my hit. Oh man.
7,
Ooh.
unfortunately, is not going to do it.
All right. I'm gonna try to swing and save that first glancing blow. My dagger zipped over his head as I put a little bit too much English on it, and I whip out my sickle, and I try again.
Okay, give it another shot. 15 will do it. Go ahead and roll damage.
Ooh.
5 points.
After my knife missed the top of his head, I grab my sickle with my left hand and make an upward slice across his chest.
Okay. Alright, if that does it for you, then it is Senko's turn.
I can
Senko,
sleep again, right?
you can cast sleep.
Cool. Can I do that and send a message to the freaking lazy ass door guard that hasn't popped in for any of this shit? Or is it one or
Okay.
the other?
I believe message is an action, so it would be one.
Is that an action?
Yeah, it should give you a casting time.
It says at will.
Yeah, it's sleep is one action, and then let's see what's message say.
Oh, okay. I see where you're seeing the time. Yeah, 1A is one action.
Yeah, so you can only cast one of those.
Cool.
Now, you would know, based on what Tarina told you, that the staff of the bar don't step into fights unless you do something to hurt one of them.
Well, I mean, Alan's standing right there, so he could be affected by the sleep spell as well, right?
Depending on where you put it. So if you were to put it, say, right there, it would affect the bad guys, but not him.
Do we want to fight the
Might
orc?
affect some patrons.
Might affect some patrons.
No, we don't want to fight an orc on top of the rest of
Uh,
this.
I,
Well,
that's why I wanted to point it out.
I'm not fighting much of anything. I'm laying on the ground bleeding.
So is Deadeye within that circle of effect?
You could put it to where it would affect Deadeye and not Aaron.
Let's do that.
Okay.
Hold on. Would I be affected by this?
I believe you would, based on the nature of the spell.
Double check here.
Elves are can't.
Oh,
No,
we
you
can't be
be
put.
to sleep,
Yeah.
So no, it would not affect you.
Do it, man.
Wait. What about our
It would hit the monk.
the monk? I'm an elf.
It should be.
Monk's an elf.
Oh, it is.
I'm an
90
elf?
feet. Nope, 20 feet at the point you choose, so he can put it so that it doesn't hit the monk.
Don't worry about me. I'm an elf. I can't be put to sleep.
Yeah.
A whole crew of elves here.
Yep.
Why are we not bros? What's going on here?
Well, I'm worried about my nephew right now trying to do weird things.
Hey, I can't help it. I'm literally surrounded by dudes right now. What am I gonna do?
So yeah, let's go ahead and cast that sleep in that area that doesn't affect the poor barkeep. Knock out as many of these assholes as I can. And that was a 5D, right?
5d8, yes, sir.
5D8, 5D8.
Come
Wait, I can
on.
put that in here for a nice fancy fucking name.
Come on.
Ooh.
So 20 points. So each of these guys is put to sleep. Go ahead and use this symbol for sleep.
I just realized I could zoom in on where we are instead of the whole damn thing.
Yeah. It helps out a little bit.
Alrighty.
When you attack a sleeping opponent, do you deal more damage?
You can get advantage on it, but you will also wake them up.
Yeah.
So it only knocked out those guys, and Deadeye is still up.
Oh, knocked out a patron or two.
Not seeing that
There is
right?
something else.
So the only one it didn't affect is Deadeye. He just has too many hit points right now, but he is the only one standing right there.
Sweet. And Bardic Inspiration is a bonus, right?
It is.
That I can give to someone.
You can.
If they're unconscious, because
Or the
of that,
artifice.
you'll have advantage on the attack roll, and if you're within 5 feet of them, you'll automatically crit if you hit them.
Excellent.
Or Joe.
Well, yeah, it is a.
If you're standing next to them. But Deadeye is really the bigger concern right now.
Yeah.
Much bigger.
Understood.
Okay.
So
Cinco, were you going to inspire somebody?
I'm thinking here, XJ, you planning on taking out old Deadeye here?
I'm gonna do everything I can. Give me that inspiration juice.
I'm gonna give
What's up, Sancho? How are you doing? Welcome to the stream, buddy. Yeah, we are in a bar fight right now.
He's some young prick that can't hold his own. Prove him wrong. So I roll a 1d6 to see.
Nope. He gets a 1d6, which he can add to his attacks.
He can add that to his attacks. Okay, got it. So he's got one of them.
Alrighty. So he is inspired. Does that do it for your turn, Cinco?
That's about all I got, if I'm understanding this correctly. Chances are I'm not, but that's okay.
Well, sounds like you got everything.
And on my end, I clicked the little inspiration link on the D&D Beyond.
I will let you know how that works once we get to you.
Okay, cool. I'll keep that off for now then.
Quill just gives side eye to the two of you.
I'm sorry, he's getting his ass handed to him.
Yeah,
I'm
I haven't.
barely alive.
I haven't really. I only took one hit so far. Okay, so.
Also true, but you're missing pretty incredibly. So.
I didn't
believe
sharpen
in
my
you.
Yeah, right
blades.
now,
I
if
didn't
you can
sharpen my
see,
blades.
I'm
I had
down
plenty of time
in
to
this
do
area.
so, but I was too busy.
I'm fighting 3 guys. I just knocked 1 guy out. The other 2 haven't been able to
Yes, they are.
do anything. So let's hope that I can
So,
crit something.
Deadeye has seen you cast some sort of spell, which knocked down 4 of his dudes in a single go after they were covered in acid, which is unfriendly.
This girl is on
Do
fire.
them. Can I ask Deadeye a question? question at this point, or is he in the middle of doing his thing?
You could say that you asked him something on his turn.
Ooh.
Okay, let me know when.
No, on your turn. Go ahead.
Oh. Hey, Deadeye, you sure you still want to do this?
It's looking okay from my side.
Ooh.
I crack my knuckles and I look at the bartender and say, "Sorry, bro." All right. What do you got?
Okay. So he has been attacked in the back, and yeah, he's got to go for the spellcaster. So he's going to take his two. Going to take his 2 attacks against you.
Oh, I'm dead. Unless the dice love me. Come on.
The first one's a miss.
Yeah.
And I'll say he's going to take one also at
Yeah, it's really
XJ,
weird right
'cause
now
XJ
already.
is really doing a number on his spine.
We are what?
All right.
1, 2, 3 there.
That'll hit.
One's down already. We have an artificer there, and then myself. So we'll see how this plays out. I poured a beer on a guy and just started punching him. It happened.
Well, he missed me and he hit XJ. We're about to find out how badly, though.
You take 10 points, XJ. Okay. So,
Okay,
Oh
So
no.
you also hit the deck.
yep, you hit the deck. You are unconscious. All right. So that'll do it for Deadeye's turn.
Well.
I'm still fighting 2 over here. Leave me alone. He
So,
says in a.
on these
Good roll,
guys'
bud.
turn, they're going to take their 7 points. So one of them just gasps and dies on the floor. The other one, you see a sizzling and he jolts upright, suddenly wakened by his acid experience.
I can go a couple different ways.
Yeah.
Okay. So the other 2 are asleep. This guy is real upset. He's going to get up and move towards R4, who he is very unhappy with. And he's
Oh dear.
going to roll. Does a 10 hit you, R4?
Nope.
Okay.
Finally
he
a break.
slashes and misses everything.
He's going to continue to have his bad acid experience.
All right. These 2 guys have just watched a monk pound the shit out of their friend. I'm gonna roll a couple d20 because I want to see what they're gonna do.
Oh. Great.
So one of them runs. He is getting the fuck out of here.
Smart.
The other one is gonna move in. He's not as smart.
Maybe
Maybe just lucky. And he's going to slash at Quill. Does a 3 hit you, Quill?
Nope.
Nice.
He's a monk.
Doesn't work. Okay.
Does that kung fu shit.
That will be it for the bandits. This one, I think, wakes up. Nope, he doesn't because he didn't take any damage. Okay. So, R4, you've got a problem in front of you.
Not hearing you, bud.
You're muted.
Thank you.
There it goes.
I will. Should be interesting. So My arm will spin around and turn into an axe, and I will hit him with it, I guess. Fully.
Wait, your arm turns into an axe?
Yeah.
Well, we got this guy at the bar,
17.
A 17 will hit.
Okay.
Right now,
Six
I am actually a elvish monk.
6 damage is enough. He goes
So-
down hard
Fun stuff.
with a look of frustrated shock on his face as he was not expecting that.
And
That's
is it
okay. He still
possible
has
for me
the
to
acid
get-
spell on him. He won't have that look on his face for much longer. It's just all gonna melt away.
Oh, but then it gets all melty and funny. Okay.
And then, is it possible for me to make it here through all of this nonsense?
I think you can because one of those people is on the floor and the other one's ducking and covering, so you could more or less just vault over the
Okay.
bodies.
Sounds good. And then my arm will go back to being an arm.
Alrighty.
That's the end of my turn.
What is it? Last Crusade, where the Nazis' faces are melting. 'cause they
Yes.
That's
Oh
what I
no,
think.
That's what's going on.
Raiders of the Lost Ark. That's the original.
Mm-hmm.
Raiders. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
'Cause they
That's what
opened
I'm
the ark.
getting in my head of these guys on the bar.
Alrighty. So, Quill, it is your turn. You've got a new problem.
I change stances, and I attempt to roundhouse kick said gentleman in front of me.
Give him the foot.
It's a 10.
Unfortunately, your foot goes a little bit high and you are unable to connect on the first attack.
And I go ahead and try a secondary attack. I forget what it's called. I always mess this up.
A parry?
Bonus action.
My bonus action? Yes. And I will try and bring my roundhouse back and reconnect.
Alright, roundhouse to front kick, and the front kick hits.
Yeah!
Go ahead and roll me some damage.
I don't know why they didn't do that on that one.
Sweep the leg, Quill. Sweep the leg.
They're all...
Sorry,
There we go. Damage for 5.
5 points. He's looking like it hurts. That connected full on in the face.
And I reassume the previous stance that I had just took right before I kicked him.
You may. Alright. So, Foment, let's have it.
That's a failure.
7. That is 1 failure. So you have 1 success, 1 failure.
Yep.
Alright. So, moving on to XJ. So, XJ, you are unconscious, and you are currently in the process of dying.
I at least
How
got
that
my
works in
attack, guys.
D&D
I'm
is
stoked.
You roll a d20. If it's over 10, that is a success.
Got
If it's
one out of
under
the
10,
2.
that is a failure. 3 successes means that you stabilize and you're no longer dying. 3 failures means you die. So go ahead and roll
So-
me 1d20.
If I can knock this guy out, I'm going to
Natural
try and
one is 2
re-engage,
failures.
run across, and jump over or off the table and get a Superman punch on
17, that is a success.
to the,
You have
the gentleman
one
that we're-
success.
we're engaging the captain up.
Stuttering on the ground and convulsing. I
In this
gasp for
area.
air, regaining a
So,
little strength.
if I can knock this guy out, I want to come sprint this way, try and jump off the table, and punch just straight Superman punch. Boom!
Alright, what's next?
That is you, Cinco.
Oh shit! Did I miss that? My bad. Let's see here. So I got one guy down, 2 guys down, robot behind me. Kung Fu Master seems to be handling his own. I'm gonna draw my daggers because I'm done fucking around with this guy, and I'm gonna attack Deadeye. How do I do that? Walk me through it real quick.
Okay.
Last time, I just kind of fucking used magic on him.
So under your actions in combat screen, you should see your dagger.
Actually, for those of you
and next to
watching,
that should be a
I
plus
do
3,
have a
plus
short
4,
bow.
something like that.
Should I draw that instead of going for the
Okay,
glory
so
strike,
you're gonna click on
or
the
should I go for the
+2.
glory strike?
Gotcha.
What do you guys think?
11.
Should I go for the Superman punch
11
off
will
the
not hit, so
tabletop
give me one
after
more
I down
time
this
since
next
you can
guy,
take 2 attacks.
or should I use the short bow and attack that guy from across the room?
6 is not going to do it, so you slash twice.
Let me know.
And nothing
Let me know in the chat.
Well, I'll take my last bardic inspiration and give it to R4 then.
Okay. So R4, you feel inspired.
Oh, lovely.
Come on, robot man, show me what you got.
This brings us to Deadeye's turn. He now has 2, 3 dead, 2 unconscious, 1 running for the hills. Okay, so Deadeye looks around, surveys the situation. He's got most of his team is just down. He's only managed to take out 2. And he's still got this bard somehow standing strong in front of him.
I don't even know.
Deadeye drops his scimitar, raises his hands, and says, "All right, boys, enough, enough.
Smart move.
All right, you've made your point."
So what are we gonna do, Deadeye?
We're heading out.
And
No, you're not.
leave who alone?
Tarina, we're gonna need... She won't be hearing from us again.
Ever?
Ever again, I swear it on me mother's grave.
And you're gonna buy another round for how many of us?
Buy it for the whole common room. And he
Good
sets
man.
down a gold piece on the counter. All right. We're heading out now. And he gathers up his boys, leaving the 2 dead ones behind, the 3 dead ones behind, and they head out the door.
Oh, you could have taken an opportunity attack.
Bro, at this point, I'm not pushing any kind of luck.
Might have killed him though.
I-
You might have killed him.
I was thinking about it as they're sitting there, like I'm still in stance ready. I'm like, no. I still have plenty of health.
All right. So what do we do now? Can we loot these dead bodies for something to heal our 2 fallen homies?
Well, you can loot them. That is a possibility.
Can we investigate the bodies?
You may.
Before
so
we-
go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
All of us?
Anybody who's looting.
I'm gonna investigate the body next to me.
Okay.
I got a 5 plus 4. That's 9. I'll go ahead and check the one at the end of the bar behind poor XJ here, who's still seizing out on the floor apparently, slightly.
Was that me?
Yeah, that was
Nope.
you. Wait, no,
I will take out a syringe-looking device and stab Pat's character right in the heart and inject him.
I scream.
Come to life. Oh, good. That worked.
Science! Oh, magic!
It's a bit of both, really.
Hold on, young guy. We're getting you out of here. Don't worry. We'll figure this out. As I step
then-
over XJ and check the fallen guy behind me.
Well, as I'm lying on the ground looking, I'll like point at the other guy, still like clutching this thing in my chest, because screw that, and then also cast Cure Wounds on the other person who's down, so we won't bleed out.
Gotcha. Okay. So, XJ, you are back up at 6 hit points and you are conscious.
Yeah.
That's
Alright,
fucking
so-
teamwork.
So give myself 6 HP and apply it.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, I knew the look helped.
Oh boy, that was a close one. But oh shit. Do we need a rest for a little bit?
Yes.
how, how long are we gonna rest?
Can somebody help pull this thing out of my chest?
Nope, that's staying there.
Yes.
Quill walks over, blows him a kiss, pulls out said thing. You're welcome.
Oh,
Why'd you blow him a kiss though? What?
Don't ask questions you don't want the answers to.
We're gonna let that one lay.
All right. And so Alan, who was busy cowering beneath the bar, stands up and, well, all right. You didn't make too much of a mess, and I'm grateful for that. If you're going to be sleeping here, however, I ask that you rent rooms for that sort of activity.
Damn it, he does run the bar now.
He does.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
What's his name again? Alan?
Yes.
Alan. Buddy.
As I'm still lying on the floor, I'll just yell out, "How much is a room?"
Yep.
It's 5 silver for the night.
Couch, just slap a gold onto the floor,
Tiger
2
Lily
nights,
just messed up my
and then
my screen.
start crawling my way to wherever the rooms are.
Tiger
He
Lily.
snapped me in the chest to heal me.
I see all of you guys. Hi.
I really like we're running a game.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That work?
Wow. You guys are like I'm looking like
I don't want to be an asshole, hun, but I gotta have you bounce out so we can run this.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
I slowly pushed myself up against the bar with my back to the bar, and I said, "Did anybody else hear that, or is my head still ringing? What happened? Where'd he go? Come on!"
There we
Another
go.
new song, perhaps.
You guys may need to get your.
It looks like Foment has just slapped enough silver down on the counter to pay for the room.
I paid for a room for 2 nights, and now I'm crawling my way towards it, wherever it happens to be.
Alan takes the pouch of silver and sets the key down on the counter. All right, room is yours.
I used the bar to stand up, using all my weight, with half my life down, turn to Quill and say, "Can we collect from this chick now? I mean, hopefully she's still upstairs, unless she ran out in the middle of the fight. I don't know. I can't remember half the fight."
Quill looks at Cinco and says, "Well, we look like the only two that can make our way up there. You want to go up there and have this conversation?" Forgetting about the mech instantly to the left of him.
R4, you seem pretty capable, bud. Do us a solid. Make sure these guys don't die again.
You're not sticking me with the same thing you stuck Foment, man. Back away from that.
No problem.
Okay, you referred to me as a robot. I am not a robot.
Yeah, you're a robot to me, guy. Not better than me. That's robotic. I'm gonna run upstairs, go meet up with Tarina, and let her know what's going on. Will, you coming with?
Yep. I'm just trying to scroll over. 1 second. All right. We are up there.
Alrighty. So, without a moment's hesitation, you all come running up to talk to. Oh, she's not in there. Tarina. XJ. Huh? Oh, no, the other person was not in there.
Oh, okay. All right.
Accidentally moved the map a little bit, but yeah, we're good. Okay, so you see Tarina sitting there rather calmly, just waiting. Yes, I heard there was a disturbance downstairs. How did things go?
Ah, it went great. No problem, no problem at all. It's just two of our guys got fucked up, Tarina. A little heads up would have been nice. Let's talk
Yes.
about that info you owe us.
All right.
Bet I won't be
Can you-
bothering you ever again.
Well, if I heard that, I will bring myself up to full height and walk in. We might have been fucked, but never to worry, wiping some of the blood. We were valiantly successful.
I seem to have no issues.
Quite good. Well, if you were able to deal with that unpleasantness, then, of course, there is a public bathhouse. It's several blocks northwest of here. It's in a walled garden, and frolicking nymphs are carved on its front gate. You can't miss it. The followers of the Dead Three have been seen coming and going from the bathhouse. I'm told there's a secret door inside that leads to a dungeon. That's where the killers are hiding. It's a fait accompli. If you're looking to kill them, they're right there waiting for you.
It kind of seems suspicious. I utter under my breath.
I don't know how I feel about that little thing.
Sorry,
Run that by me
Quill
one more time.
utters under his breath.
There is a bathhouse. It's just northwest of here. It's a walled garden with the bathhouse inside. On its gate are carved some nymphs so that you can help distinguish it from any of the other rooms. Inside, is where the followers of the Dead Three have established their base. There's a secret door through the bathhouse, and at the other side of this door is their underground hideout.
Gotcha. So Tarina, I'm gonna need you to pay back old Foment here for the rooms that we're gonna be having tonight, because we need to rest up before we go onto this bathhouse. I think that's only fair after what we did for you.
A little more than we agreed to, but
Yeah, well, he also showed up with a little more than you said, so things change as life goes on.
I agree. You've done me a service, and I think I can agree to that. And she places a few silver, enough to cover a room for a couple of nights, down onto the table.
Appreciate you. I take the silver and I toss it over to Foment. That ought to cover what you put down for Alan. Let's get some rest, boys. We got a long day ahead of us.
That after nursing my injured heart, I never thought that it would be a robot to break it, but I'm gonna head back down to the common room and see if they have food, and
They do.
try to be charming if there are any other patrons around.
Okay. The patrons have more or less kind of continued. You've been in Baldur's Gate long enough to realize that a bar brawl with a couple of bodies is nothing to write home about. Happens every night.
Yeah, I see nobody cleared out.
Yeah, they more or less ducked and covered, held their positions, and when things cleared off, they were done with that.
A couple of bodies were swept into the street.
You'll find that if you ask Alan, he employs 3 cooks, and their specialties are fish cakes, crab cakes, a thick cheese and potato soup, and loaf pudding soaked in syrup and decorated with lightly salted almonds. Damn, that sounds good.
Yeah, that.
Right, dude. My mouth literally just watered as you
How
described that.
how much is it gonna be for it all? Because I'm hungry.
So, for a full course meal, you're looking at about 10 silver.
What kind of regenerative properties do these foods have?
So, food,
Appetite?
They taste good.
Yeah, food mostly just tastes good. The way that you'll recover some hit points if you take a short rest, you can spend some hit dice to bring yourself back up, or you can take a long rest, in which case you can you get all of your hit points back during taking that.
Can we take a short rest anywhere, or does it have to be in our room that we?
Anywhere where you can safely spend about an hour.
Oh, okay, perfect. I'm going
What
to.
do you guys think? Long or short?
I'm down for a short. It's probably going to heal up. We don't have that much hit points.
I will. I'm down half of my spells. I'll need a long rest to get that back.
Yeah, I'll take a long rest.
I am out of all my spells.
Yeah, so we'll need a long rest for the spellcasters at least.
Okay.
Yep. That's where I'm leaning.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm out of all my spells. What am I saying?
A long rest is what, 8 hours?
8 hours, so you'd basically be resting the night.
Okay. And while they're resting, would I be able to go to the market and see if I could buy some new equipment? Maybe sharper sickles, perhaps?
You can take a look around. You'll be able to find a fair amount of stuff. The sickles look like they are comparable to what you've already got. The various styles and things. You can find enchanted weapons, but they are substantially more expensive.
I might be interested in doing that. But I will do that only if everybody else is taking their long rest. Because then I'll just take a short rest and wait till morn.
Yeah, no, I definitely need a long. I gotta recover some of this shit.
Well,
I burned through
Yeah.
all my stuff.
if the Hellion's leaving, I don't want to leave him to his own devices, so I'll take a short rest as well. After that last encounter, he worries me. So as I see him getting up to leave under the cover of night, where are you going, young one? I ask.
I say, well, everybody else was sleeping and drunk off their mead, and I thought, hey, maybe I can use this opportunity to increase my coffers and maybe get a little bit sharper of a sickle here.
Is this really the best of ideas right now? Go on.
I think leaving now is gonna be great. It's gonna be great. They'll be fine. We'll be fine. I'm just going to the market just to get new, slice them up. Okay?
Let me put my boots on 1 second. I accompany him to the store.
Let's take
Okay.
a short rest first, though.
Yes. So what do we have to do for that?
So a weapon +1 is uncommon. So a short rest. It takes about an hour. You'll notice that you have per level you get 1 hit dice, and a hit dice can be used. You roll that, and that'll give you an amount of hit points back equal to what you roll on the dice. The hit dice for a bard I know is a D8.
Short rest. For me, it says it's a 1d10 for a ranger.
Where do you see?
Long rest for me says recovers 6 hit points plus 1 hit dice roll or whatever thing.
Yeah, so if you take a long rest, you recover all of your hit points. You're just going to get those back. For a short rest, however, it's just 1 roll of the hit dice because you only have 1 at first level. I will say, yeah.
Do I roll it and then take a short rest, or do I click take a short rest and then roll it?
If you click take a short rest, it should have an option to roll hit dice in there.
Yeah, that's what I just did.
It did not show or populate the roll, so let me do that.
You click on the icon. You click on the icon, and then there's the B roll hit die to the right of it.
Okay, so I have to roll it before I click
There you go.
So then I heal 6, which will bring me to full health.
Yeah. So just over the course of an hour, you're relaxing, you're taking some time off, and you get a breather to help heal your wounds.
Okay. Excellent. Oh, I'm ready to go, Uncle. Let's do this thing. I want to go buy some new stuff.
All right. My otter.
So you're specifically you go looking around, and it's easy enough to find weapons shops. Baldur's Gate is filthy with weapons shops. There's always a need for them, and there's plenty of people willing to sell. But what you find in the vast majority of them are just basic common weapons. Nothing special about them. They're not any more or less effective than what you've already got. You would, need to find something which is enchanted or otherwise of superlative quality in order for it to be significantly more effective than what you've got. If you're looking for that sort of thing, you're going to have to check around a good bit and really paw through the various marketplaces to find it. So give me an investigation check.
Oh, man. Yeah.
So, XJ, you are thoroughly convinced that there is now no such thing as an enchanted weapon, or at least not in Baldur's Gate. Quill, after a good 5 minutes of looking around, you can find a shop that sells a variety of enchanted and ensorcelled weapons.
Only accessible to me?
Oh no, you can point it out to him if you like, but only you have noticed it.
Youngling.
Dude,
I think this
place is
shop
really
has something that we're looking for. Let's go in 5 minutes. Let's not waste too much time.
You know what?
I wanna go back and
I
sleep.
don't believe you. I looked high and low in this entire filthy town. How can you even prove it to me that there's anything better than what I have already, which isn't great?
Can
I'm out.
can you stop talking for 5 seconds and let's just walk inside? Or we can
Since
go
you rolled
back
a
and I can
natural
sleep.
1, I'm going to assume that by looking high and low, it literally means he looked down and then looked straight up and didn't see it.
Remember, we're out here. I'm doing you a favor. I could be sleeping right now.
Uncle, okay. Maybe if you like something, I'll pay for half of it. Okay? Maybe get yourself a new pair of pants, weighted pants. I don't know. Get something orange. Whatever.
That
Thank you.
Hey, orange is the new black.
I don't know why I'm trying to convince you on this. It's just get in there.
All right. I slowly push the door open to what seems to be a back alley shop, which I would have never noticed if it weren't.
Thank you, Tiger Lily, for
You
the
see a
gifted sub.
brightly
I
lit
appreciate it.
Interior. It's a fairly average-looking shop, and assorted weaponry you can see are behind a narrow counter. The prices are clearly marked on all of the weapons, and seem fairly consistent one to the other. You're looking for a enchanted weapon, a basic +1 weapon. You're looking at about 500 gold.
Do you see anything that you can afford? Otherwise, we're just wasting our time.
Shopkeeper, I have a question about these enchanted weapons. Obviously, based on our location, these came from somewhere, correct?
That's fair enough.
So, I'm looking to come into possession of one of these weapons, but unfortunately, after my last scuffle, the coin isn't where it needs to be at the moment. Is there something I can do for you, or a direction that you could point me so that I might be able to acquire some of these weapons by nefarious or other means?
Quill just crosses his arms in bewilderment, wondering how this conversation started and the direction it went.
Boy, I am going to politely forget the entire section of that conversation where you suggested that you might be willing to do something nefarious in pursuit of some of these weapons. And instead, I'm going to tell you where you can go is directly to hell.
Are you not already there?
Quill nudges him. Let's go back. I'm going to bed. Quill
Sure, what was
exits
your
shop.
Friedrich.
Friedrich. It was a pleasure meeting you, Friedrich. I'll be back. I've got my eye on
Delightful.
some of those.
Absolutely delightful. Know that the shop is guarded at night.
An 18-year-old walks into Tiffany's Jewelers and then says, "Can I just get something?"
Why did I even walk in there with you? Quill says upon XJ leaving the shop, and you're gonna get us into trouble, youngling. You
I
need.
turn to Quill. I say, I'm planning on how I'm going to be spending my 200 gold from that one-eyed fool. But apparently, it's not even enough for me to get a basic +1. Maybe that guy might have had a quest for us, or at least a direction he could point, but it seems like he was just a jerk. So I'll just remember it for next time.
All right, noted. Let's get back to the
Let's
group.
get back. All right, well, they're probably sleeping in their beds, but there's no fun to be had out here tonight.
So on that adventure sidebar, how much time did we waste?
It took you about an hour. It didn't take terribly long.
Can I roll then to do another short rest since they're down
So-
for 8 hours? Or
So to do a... So, okay, so first thing is that you're an elf, correct?
yes,
We met
'Cause
So for an elf, a long rest, I believe, is only 4 hours, or is it 6?
I think it's 4.
Okay.
Click it.
So you don't need very long.
It's
Oh, okay.
Okay, so 6 hours. So you'd still have plenty of time to get in your long rest if you should so desire.
Okay.
The second thing is that your hit dice refresh on a long rest. So if you've spent all of them on a short rest, you don't get them back again until you've taken a long rest.
Okay. Can I do that then? Since
Yeah, I will say, just to kind of round things out and close out the session, that you guys are able to get a long rest. It's uneventful. The inn is a little busy until late into the night becomes early in the morning. So it's not the most restful sleep you've ever had, but you are able to get your sleep and everything. Because you guys have completed this section of the story, you all advance to level 2. And that will be it for tonight.
I am okay with that after getting my ass handed to me by some one-eyed bastard and watching a couple of my guys almost die. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Level
level
2
1.
can be a little better.
Yeah, that is level 1.
What do we? So I'm taking a second. I'm moving away from ranger. I'm going into rogue as my second skill for my level 1 or my level 2. How do I go about doing that?
do we do that on the restart? I believe.
So you're going to do that in D&D Beyond. If you click on the cogwheel next to your character's name and picture up in the upper left-hand side of your character sheet, it should bring up a pop-out screen to the right. That pop-out screen should have an option somewhere on there for
Managing levels.
manage levels. Yeah, so you just go in there. If you're going up a level in your same class, you just need to click the drop down that says 1 and click it to 2. It'll highlight any options that you have. If you want to add a second class, so if you're trying to multi-class at second level, then you would go down to the bottom and it should say something like add a second class or something along those lines. Let me take a look here.
Yeah, it launches the builder.
Okay.
And mine is still loading.
So yeah, under class, if you go down to the bottom of the class features for the class that you already have, at the very, very bottom of the page, you'll see a blue highlighted thing that says add another class. So if you wanted to take a level of rogue, for instance, you'd click that and then select rogue.
Okay. Perfect.
I am excited for that.
I'm gonna dig into these a little bit more later on. But good news, guys. Good news.
hmm
Level 2, I get Song of Rest, so
Yeah.
I can help recoup some of the damages from the trouble I caused.
I got super fast, guys. Just so you know, my walking speed is 45.
Yep.
Um,
Snap.
I can do super speed boy things.
Oh, good lord.
Yep.
Yeah, you can basically run circles around folks now.
Literally.
Oh, and you thought the punchy boy thing was awesome? I get Fury of Blows now, or Flurry of Blows now.
What is that?
Means you can do
Oh.
more punchy.
Yep.
Yeah, Flurry of Blows is really good.
Nice.
I get punchy boy things on top of punchy boy things as a bonus action.
I didn't think I got Jack of all trades until level 3, but apparently I get it at 2, which is nice.
Yes.
'Cause, that even counts towards my initiative rolls.
Actually, I'm really stoked about how my stuff level up too. That's awesome. That
It was like the one thing I remembered from reading up on the bard class.
super.
Shit. All right, so when are we doing this again, fellas?
It'll be next week unless somebody tells me otherwise.
Sounds like a plan to me.
So for those of you checking it out, here is my new stuff. Yes.
Same time, same bat channel.
It works.
Yes, sir.
Sweet.
All right.
That was fun.
Good.
On that
Well,
note,
I
I'll
had to
end the
get that
stream.
bar fight right out the gate. Really loosens you up.
I'm glad I just read the room right because I was like, everyone's standing up right now. I'm gonna go look like I'm a drunk and gonna go punch this guy.
Yeah, that was really good.
It worked out. I didn't hit the ground like the youngling, but it's fine.
We got somewhere, didn't we?
He's got moxie. Oh man.
I like
All
it.
right. Well, hell. I guess I will see you guys next week then.
Yes, sir.
Next week, gentlemen.
Have a good night, folks.
Everybody.
I'm gonna jump into some Warzone and take out my frustrations of getting slightly beat up by a one-eyed guy on a bunch of poor people.
All right. Catch you guys later.
All right.
do it.
Have a good one.